Hi, today I'm pretty much going to be showing you the physics system for the game. Very simple physics system. It only works with boxes at the moment, and I don't really want to bother with getting it working for spheres, so it's probably only ever going to work for boxes. I mean, spheres, to be fair, could be treated as boxes, but with really low friction. And then we just make it so that when you drop them, they'll just get a random velocity applied in whichever axis is not the opposite of the gravity axis. But yeah, it only has boxes. We're not bothering with spheres. And we can change the direction of gravity using this. There is another way you can change it if you really wanted to. You can set in a vector at which gravity will point, but not a vector like this. Another kind of, just like one where it's two integers split up and then you set manually, or two floats split up and then you manually set which way you want to go. But that'd be stupid. It'd be stupid because this also allows us to know how the player should be able to move in that direction. Like, if we're setting it so that the player falls downwards like this, we want to be able to make sure that, well, the player can't move upwards by pressing the up button, because that would be more like a jump, and we don't want jumps in this game. And this allows us to know which way everything is falling. It also allows us to be able to say what can and can't fall. So if we want to block a certain thing from falling if gravity equals a certain direction, or from moving at all if gravity equals a certain direction, we can do that because it's all here, and we just have to access this by using this function. And that's it pretty much with the physics simulation. I'll also show you the player because I can't stop this from flashing like this until. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, I think it's gone through the whole select thing where it just instead of. It doesn't matter. The point is sometimes keyboards are funny and that requires me hitting insert, which is also the button that stops OBS. I've had to do it once already and I regret it. But I'll also show you the player. The player can currently do a gravity dash, although I won't show you that because, well, there's no point to it really. Not at the moment. There's no level, so it's not going to work. And the player could shoot if there was a bullet or something for it to shoot. But currently there's not. There's only game scene 1 and player. There's nothing else. And with that said, let's show you game scene 1. So here we have 2 players and an invisible collider. You can't see the collider, but it's there. And these are 2 players. We can spawn 2 players and have the user control them at the same time. And that's basically what we're doing. We're controlling these things at the same time. They're both in our control. But as you just saw, they did fall. They fell from our screen. They perfectly stand on top of each other. Physics. Need I say more? But yeah, that's the whole kit and caboodle, pretty much. Actually, I'm not sure. Should we test the gravity dash? I can't remember what buttons it is. I think, no, it's this button, and I think that button. Okay, this button and that button. No, I can't remember what button it is, but it does work. I know that. I've tested it. This would be a whole lot easier if I could figure out how to use thingy keybinds. You know, for the Evercade. We're making these games for the Evercade. I can figure out how to actually use the inputs for the Evercade. That would make my life a whole lot easier. But yeah. That's pretty much everything. Oh, one last thing actually. I will say this. I also recently made improvements to base texture identity. Now I won't open that file because I don't want to show the code, and also base texture object. But basically, the improvements make it so that when it detects a texture it's already used, it can just duplicate that texture from wherever it is on screen and put it in another place. That way, we only have to render a texture once, which is awesome. And it does work for textured objects as well, I believe. Pretty sure. It's just a matter of instead of us, duplicating the texture, putting it in a whole new place, you get the texture passed to you, and then you have to put it in a whole new place. Because texture objects are not entities; they don't have their own render function. Well, they have a draw function of sorts, and you run that function, and then it renders. But yeah, anyhow, that's pretty much everything now. Don't think there's anything else. You can see them fall if you're really fast about it, I'm sure. Yeah, you can definitely see that one fall. But yeah, next thing I need to do is pretty much just make it so that the player can do a gravity shift when next to a wall. For that, I am going to have to create a new object, a sort of trigger. So I'm going to have to create a base trigger, then I'm going to have to make a game trigger, or a gravity shift trigger. And basically what it will do is it will basically be like, is the player inside of me? If the player is inside of me, I'm going to make it so that the player can hit this button, and if they hit it, they'll shift gravity to that wall, unless they're already on that wall, in which case it shifts to the floor. So I've got to make two more entities, one base, well, one a base entity and one a game entity, but it's not going to be too much more difficult than that, I would imagine. That's pretty much it, I would say. Don't think there's anything else. Can I think of anything? Nope. Stop dragging the video on car. I know you like to, but stop it. Stop flaunting your status as being verified on YouTube. Fun fact, you can only get YouTube videos over 20 minutes if you're verified. A lot of my videos are over 20 minutes. I only just learned that recently. Apparently I'm verified for some reason, so I'm special. But yeah, let's end this.